here at the Strawberry Festival in Peddler's Village, Pennsylvania. It's a strawberry festival I come to every single year. They have the best strawberry shortcake, but if you can't come and get it here, I'm going to show you how to make it in your own kitchen. So let's go. Alright, so I'm back in my kitchen so I can show you how it's done. So let's go over the ingredients. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, some cold unsalted butter, sugar, heavy cream, baking powder, salt, 1 egg yolk beaten, a little bit of egg wash, which is just 1 egg beaten with a little bit of water, a little extra sugar for sprinkling on top, fresh strawberries, 1 orange, and some store-bought whipped cream, whipped topping, anything you like. It can be the stuff out of a can, totally up to you. Or you can make your own whipped cream by just whipping up some heavy cream and sugar. Okay, first thing you want to do, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Get that out of the way. Second thing you want to do is line a baking sheet with some parchment paper, which we've done. Now, something really important is that the ingredients you're using, the wet ingredients, which in this case is butter, 1 egg yolk, and heavy cream, they must be incredibly cold. That's what's going to give you the really flaky shortcake. Perfect every single time, but you must have very cold ingredients. So, first thing we'll do is I'm using a standing mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, but you can do this, of course, in a regular hand mixer or with just a bowl. We're going to put in our flour and our baking powder and our salt and the sugar. Just going to close this up and just mix it until the dry ingredients are mixed up. It'll take a second. Now to this, we're going to add the butter. Now this is 1 stick of butter or half a cup unsalted butter. And I cut it into little cubes and then I put it back in the fridge to keep them really cold. I'm going to add this to my dry mixture, close it up, and I'm just going to let that mix for literally like maybe 30 to 45 seconds, just until the butter is like the size of peas and it's incorporated really well throughout the dry mixture. The butter is really nice and small pieces and it's mixed really well throughout the flour, which is exactly what we want. Now to this, I'm going to put this back on. Medium-low speed is good. I'm going to add the 1 egg yolk that I've beaten. And we're going to add the heavy cream. Okie doke, this is done. It's nicely pulled together. Now I have a little bit of extra flour on hand, just to help me in case this is really sticky to the board, which shouldn't be, but you never know. I always want to be prepared. See, it comes out all nice and clean. Now using your hands, I am gonna put a little extra flour though. Using your hands, I'm just gonna pack this out into like a square about a 1/2 inch thick. You can use a rolling pin if you want to, but it's so unnecessary. That's perfect, just like that. I mean, this is such a foolproof dough. I mean, you see little bits of butter all throughout? That's what's gonna keep it really flaky and delicious when it bakes up. Now I'm using, if you have a biscuit cutter, please use that, but I don't. I'm going to use just a regular cup. I'm just going to dip it in flour so it doesn't stick. And I'm just going to make 4 circles out of it. And hope that it comes out. Here we go. And I'm just going to put that onto my baking sheet that I've lined with parchment paper. Now I got all of my little shortcakes ready. Now look, there's no scraps. See that? Because once I did my 4, I took all the scraps, pulled them back together, and made 2 more. Simple as that, right? And I'm just going to grab a pastry brush so we can brush this with the egg wash. Just brush all the tops with a little bit of egg wash. And then we're going to sprinkle the top with some sugar, because I like that little crunch. And these are going to go into your preheated oven, 350, for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're lightly golden brown at the top and they're puffed up really beautifully, and then we're going to fill them up. Just slicing my last strawberry. I just cut these into bite-sized pieces. I did a whole bunch of them right there. And I reserved a few of them just to garnish the top of the shortcakes with it. Now, taste your strawberry. They're really nice and sweet. So I don't need a whole lot of sugar, maybe about a tablespoon. But like I said, taste your strawberries because it depends on how sweet they are. And I'm gonna flavor these up with a little bit of orange. I'm gonna use a zest of maybe like a quarter orange and maybe half. That's perfect. I love the smell of oranges. I try to put citrus in literally everything because it gives it just a really fresh flavor that you wouldn't normally get. And now I'm just gonna juice it right into the berries. This is not a very juicy orange, so I'm gonna do the whole thing. But if it was really juicy, I would do just half. 1 and 2. Give everything a nice mix, like so. I'm just gonna cover this and put this in the fridge for about 20 minutes, just until the strawberries absorbed all of that orange and that sugar, and the sugar is actually dissolved. So I'm covering this, putting it in the fridge while the shortcakes are baking, and then I'm gonna let the shortcakes cool for about 20 minutes to half hour before we put the whole thing together. My shortcakes baked for 25 minutes, and then I let them cool completely, and then I took one and I cut it in half, so now we can fill it. Now we have our marinated strawberries here. Look at those fabulous juices. Definitely want some of those because that juice, some of that I should say, because that juice, it keeps the actual shortcake super moist and flavorful. Just like that. That's good. For now anyway. And then we're gonna top it with just a spoonful of whipped topping. And like I said, this can be any kind of whipped topping you like. Or I have on hand. Put the top on. And I broke it up a little bit, but that's okay. Another little dollop of whipped cream. Take a strawberry. Slice it. Fan it. And there you go. You have your strawberry shortcake. Now, strawberry shortcake should be not this heavy, dense, like biscuit. It should be flaky, it should be light, it should be extremely flavorful, and this definitely does meet all those requirements. But now, I need to taste it. So I'm breaking it apart. Peddler's Village definitely has good strawberry shortcake, but I think this one takes the cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending time with me. To get this recipe and other recipes, check out my website, www.laurenkitchen.com. I'll see you next time. Bye!